that is the plan, is to figure out, yeah, because we can't.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I mean, a lot of restaurants like outdoor seating, and it does draw in patrons, and people like it. My only concern is I think that the parking lot needs to have some striping and better direction for pedestrians, and I'm just a little concerned at the stockade fence that if somebody pulls their car, they're going to go right through it. So I don't know if there's a way that you can
Do
cut
some sort of
some
barrier.
type of barrier so the cars don't go into that area. We had a similar circumstance with, I think, Santa Fe, and they put some type of concrete planters that added some visual shrubbery and green space to the back of what would
Yes.
normally be not a most attractive building, but at the same time, it acted as a way that pedestrians could get in and out, and they
Yes.
were protected from cars. So
I mean, ideally, what I'd like to do would be to put bike parking, like that would have some structural,
yeah,
because we do have a lot of people who bike there, and there's not enough bike parking. So if that was, like cement, like, actually
yeah.
in the concrete, I feel like that might be able to,
And I mean, I have driven past this building many of time, and it's not the most attractive in the back, so I think I'm okay with it, but my own recommendation to other members, however they feel, I'd like to table it and maybe have you come back with like a little bit better plan as to how you're going to improve this with like striping and maybe planters and maybe like dress it up a little bit.
Okay.
And then I think I would be on board, and I think parking, again, you're right across the street from a public parking lot. I think I would be okay with waiving the couple spots that are required. But I don't know what other board members think.
what would you like me to do in the meantime? Do you want us to take it down and to do, I mean, because that's sort of the,
No, I don't. I would just like you to come back next month and just, make it a little bit safer.
I mean,
don't
building
have a
safety,
meeting
the
next
building
month,
safety
right?
hasn't posted it, have they? I mean, that's
no.
not,
No,
they're-
'cause-
Yeah.
And I think that part of the confusion is you don't need a permit for a fence, building permit for a fence, so there probably was that discussion about adding
Okay.
a fence there. So, I mean, the building department knows that it's
Oh, yeah.
there.
no, you're not going to need to take it down in the meantime.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you guys want to put it at staff level, I mean, it's just striping a parking lot and putting a couple planters and some green space. You can work with staff.
I can
just-
do that. I mean, that to me is something that I get your, I mean,
I mean,
would it be possible?
without a lot of money, you can stripe this, put a pedestrian, put a couple planters, make it look nice, and I think it would be aesthetically pleasing and also much safer for pedestrians,
We'd
which is
love
my
that.
main concern.
I mean, we are interested in doing those things anyway, so I think that's
Might be
Sound
the
good?
time.
Cap,
Yeah.
you good with that?
And as the fence stands now, I'm okay with it. I mean, obviously, whatever building safety, I mean, I don't know if it's, as long as it meets their requirements for being structural.
people do smoke out there, so we can put up signs and encourage them to, but, yeah.
And you've already been in contact with the liquor authority about this too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They probably need our approval in order to amend the liquor license.
All right.
Yes.
Approval in order for them to modify the license.
Okay.
Safety, Kyler. Yeah, I mean, it's striping a parking lot and putting a couple planters in that meet the safety, so I'm fine with that on staff
Okay.
level. I mean, right now, it's a black parking lot, so anything's going to be an improvement.
But we will have to issue a parking waiver now, vote on that. So we are in proximity to a municipal lot. So at this time, I make a motion to waive the parking requirement for this outdoor seating area. Do I have a second? Second by Kevin Roach. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried?
You have to remember, too, it's only being used 4 months out of the year.
Yeah. All right, under seeker, this is a type 2 action, so no further review of the board is required at this time. So I'll make a motion that we approve item number 10 with Board Policy 6, and the applicant to return to staff for the addition of striping in the parking lot, landscaped planters, and structures to protect the pedestrians. And we've also got the parking, Board Policy 19 as well. Okay. Okay, so that is a motion. Do I have a second? Second by Matt Gillis. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. All right.
Just a quick question. Could I do bike parking? Would that, I mean, is that something that would be?
Yeah, I mean, that can serve two purposes. It can be
Yeah.
a protective barrier, and
Excellent.
serve as a bike.
Great. Love it. All right.
All right,
Thank you very much
All
for all
right.
of your time.
I'll get out of here.
I'll see you later.
Has Stewart's requested more time? Is that why they want us table? Okay. Item number 11 is 1 Boulevard. It's a site plan to construct an 84-square-foot addition onto an existing Stewart's shop. Section block and lot 56.124-5-23, seeker determination, Zone C2, Ward 5, Stewart Shop Corporation is the applicant owner. The applicants have requested that this be tabled tonight. They're awaiting more information on this endeavor. So I'll make a motion that we table item 11. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Robert Jacobson. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Okay, item number 12, 97 Broadway, site plan to construct an entryway in the public right-of-way and add additional site improvements. The section block and lot is 56.43-4-4. Seeker determination, Zone RT, Rondout Historic District, Heritage Area Commission, Ward 8, and Art Society of Kingston is the applicant owner. Let the record show that Mr. Brad Will is here. How are you, sir?
So Brad's been to the many boards before this one, Heritage Landmarks.
Yeah, we've been to the HAC, HLPC a couple of times, and we've passed through those two committees. And the reason we're here is because we determined, I thought it was going to be a zoning issue, but it's zoning board of appeals issue, but it's more DPW and yours. So we're here really specifically for the ADA walk and entryway that's encroaching onto the sidewalk. And the sidewalk itself is as you know, very, very deep, fortunately, so it kind of gives us
That's already got some pitch to it, right?
got some pitch, yeah. So entering on the uphill side gets us to that first door, which is going to have a push-button handicapped entrance, and then just continue on to we're recentering so that the main entrance will be in the center again, as it was, long ago. So that's it's going to do double duty, and then there'll be steps on the downhill side. So it's really a simple.
Didn't we discuss this like 6 months ago? This was before us?
At one time, the Art Society came in for the side, they were doing a courtyard, and I think at that time there was talk of
Doing
ADA
this.
accessibility on the side there,
Okay.
but I think plans have changed.
We looked at that, and
Okay.
and it was so long and circuitous, and would have had such an extensive ramp system. It would have
Right.
eaten up the entire area
Do
there.
you wanna-
So what's
do
it
you
look
wanna
like?
open that up, Brad? And
What do you use?
Yeah.
design feature, there's a linear planter that's only a foot wide. So the entire width of this encroachment, we'll call it, is 5 feet. And that leaves us with almost 6.5 to 7 feet to the curb. So that's it. It's a 28-foot by 5-foot encroachment. The material of the planters would be surrounded by an aluminum material that would have an iron, oxidized iron core 10 look to it, finish. So it won't, because it's not actually iron and not actually oxidizing, it won't stain the sidewalk. And, and I think will be very durable over time.
Is the railing going to be of that material also, of that color, or?
No, there are colors in here, and that's what we reviewed with HLPC and HAC, and they approved all of the colors for the new windows and doors. It's a very neutral color for the steel pipe. It's a very simple railing. It's not.
Can you just show the elevation section there?
I didn't know if you had a chance to look at the drawing before this, but I know you're busy. Let's just go to the rendering. So it would be a very. So these are the colors, just so you for reference. The handrail is a very neutral gray color. Here, this is double, upper and lower. The handrail itself will be upright, 1 3/4 diameter. Kind of a glossy metal paint finish. And then the other colors are keyed in. The core 10 is, I have a sample of the material if you're curious. I'll take one of these and hand them around. Just a little informational on some of those items. So that's the material. So that's the planter here. And the walk itself is a concrete material. But the fixtures that are in there, the light fixtures that go on either side. Right now there's a couple of floodlights that just stuck on there. Okay. Turned up. But I'm not going to use the lights so much.
Yeah, Superintendent of Public Works will have to review it, and we'll need a sidewalk permit, and the mayor's office because encroachment in the right-of-way requires planning board, Public Works, and mayor approval.
Yeah, we're in no great hurry. I mean, the fact that we're here, they've been trying to do this for a long time, so it's finally getting done.
Any other questions? Under seeker, this is a type 2 action, so no further review of the board is required. At this time, I'll make a motion that we approve item number 12 with board policies 4, 4A, 6, 23, and 24. Approvals, I said they've already had these approvals? Okay. All right. Also, we have approval from the Superintendent of Public Works and the mayor for the construction in the public right-of-way, which will also require a sidewalk permit. That is a motion. Do I have a second? Second by Robert Jacobson. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Thank you, Alderman.
Thank you. I'll leave this with you if you'd like an extra copy.
Do we have, we'll keep a copy?
Or you probably have a
We
whole bunch of them
as long as
already.
they didn't change, I think we have a couple.
I'll take it back.
So you can take it,
Yeah.
Give it to the contractor.
Yeah. Thanks again.
Thank
Say
you.
hi to Sari.
I will. Thanks.
All right. Item number 13, we're in zoning change now. 51 Schwenk Drive, recommendation on proposed zoning amendment to include property in the mixed-use overlay district. Zone C2, Heritage Area, Ward 2. Herzog Supply Company is the applicant owner. Let the record show that Dennis Larios and Michael Moriello are here. Welcome, folks.
Good evening.
Yeah, let us know here.
Well, I brought a little survey that shows the area kind of outlined in purple there, that just, the request is for the extension of the stockade overlay district to include that area. It already includes the rest of the project. That area is about 12% of the total project land area.
And that's just parking area right now, isn't it?
It's the Uptown Grill, which was
Yeah.
Elena's, and parking for the Uptown Grill.
Yeah.
The mixed-use district, actually, it's kind of weird where it ends up.
Yeah.
But encompasses part of the lands that we were going to merge together.
Okay.
I did include maps in your,
Common Council just looking for a recommendation.
right.
And it also is going, it got referred to landmarks and also to Custer County Planning Board, if it's got to go.
Where's that picture? I don't need that, do I? No. Oh, we're over there. We're on 2. There we go. It's been 2 months, since I've, yeah. Okay.
The mixed-use overlay follows the Stockade Historic District, so it does not include a lot of other commercial areas uptown.
I mean, just looking at the map, it doesn't make sense where it originally was. I mean, this parcel is just hanging out there.
It could have been, it was
And it's not even a big enough parcel to develop commercially.
Yeah, it's 0.313.
3 acres.
Yeah, 0.313 acres. I don't see any issue with it.
No, it's, I agree with you.
You're going to end up using Clinton Avenue, Schwenk Drive, whatever you want to call it, as really the border, which is what it should have been to begin with. I'm fine with it.
How's the west? Good?
Just look at the section in your notes that talks about procedure and planning board report. Because those are the issues that you are looking at when doing a recommendation for zoning. Okay, can you find that section?
No.
So there's just there's these points, and we're
All
gonna
right.
go through these points and discuss them.
Again,
All right, the planning board report. In preparing a report on a proposed amendment, the planning board shall consider the following: whether such change is consistent with the objectives and purposes of the districts to be affected. We agree with that? I agree with that. The nature and location of uses and buildings to be affected and the manner in which they will be affected. Good with that?
again, it's one piece that's hanging out there that is a very small piece, and commercial development would be difficult otherwise.
Whether uses permitted by the proposed change will be appropriate in the affected areas, I think that it will. Everybody else agree with that? And the effect of the change on existing or proposed public facilities and services such as schools, streets, utilities, etc. I see no effect on that.
No,
Everybody concur? Okay.
not for the size of the parcel.
All right. So, having said that, I will, does anybody else have anything to say? We're good? All right. At this time, I'll make a motion that we recommend that 51 Schwenk Drive, the amendment, this should be included in the mixed-use overlay district. We concur with the proposed zoning amendment change, zoning amendment. That's a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
second by Robert Jacobson. All in favor? Aye. There's no secret. Okay. Motion carried. Thank you. Any opposed? No, no opposed. Motion carried. All right. That's it.
Good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Robert, Robert did, yeah. Any other business before this? Oh, we got a table. Thank you, Michael. Going back to item number 3, 47 North Front Street, I make a motion that we table that. Second by Robert Jacobson. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Sure, sure. Motion to adjourn? Second by everybody? Yeah, on the question? Yes? Go ahead.
Sidewalks.
Yes.
We approved this restaurant at 243 Fair Street, across from the county building. I don't know that if it's anything to do with us.
Is that
or
the
not,
old DMZ?
That, the
Yeah.
Bergman building?
Yeah,
That restaurant?
yes.
They tore up that sidewalk as soon as we gave them permission, and it has been totally impassable since. They've done lots of other work at the site, and they left that as the lowest priority, apparently. Maybe there's other things they need to do under it or something, but
I have been walking and I've noticed that, but they had to put all new underground utilities, and Central Hudson was just there last week, putting all new primary, and they actually ran primary down the pole to the manhole on the corner of Main and Fair. So I think they were waiting for Central Hudson to do their work. There also, I believe, was an underground bunker for an old coal storage, which was removed. They've done a lot of excavation in there. There was an in-ground oil tank that was removed, plus they had all of the pallets of bluestone to create the new patio where the old driveway was. So I think they're working their way out of the building, and then they'll put the new, I presume, the new sidewalk in, but they don't want to run equipment over it right now. I think that there could have been better measures for
And they can get a 2-week extension.
pedestrians, but
They were before us not too long ago for the, I have to look them up, but they'll probably do for an extension.
Mary Jo says that they're probably due for an extension on their sidewalk permit.
yeah, and they just had a lift there on the sidewalk the other day, painting up above. They had one of those big forklifts.
Well, normally the timeframe is just to keep people moving along, and they have been moving along. So
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Central Hudson had more equipment there the other day. They ran all new primary in that manhole that feeds to all of uptown, the underground part. So I don't know how the building was affected by that, but they were there an entire day with a crew.
major sections of it without being touched. They could have made it passable in between needing to do work or do something more temporary to make it passable, because it's been totally impassable.
Well, they've had the same issue down on the other corner with the hotel. That's been impassable because, again, they've been doing construction and rip out and roof work, and they don't want it landing on people. But that is something that the board may have to consider in the future with some of these buildings. If there's major renovations and sidewalks are blocked, they may have to come up with alternative measures to either create some type of scaffolding so you can get underneath, or some type of jersey barriers in order to protect pedestrians out on the street.
part of the permit process, they're supposed to submit a pedestrian plan and
That doesn't seem to be happening. I mean, but
I don't think there's any choice but to do that. I mean, you either route them through it, or you have to, they're supposed to go to the next corner, take them over and around the construction.
that's in theory what they're
That's the
doing.
safety officer usually recommends. So they usually don't want you funneling and then even scaffolding through the construction. They'd rather take you out and around. Exactly.
Because there's nothing at the Pearl Street and telling you that there's any construction on the sidewalk coming ahead. So everybody has to just, well, if you're coming down Fair Street, well, but I mean, once you get to the building, you do, but then you're crossing in the middle of the street. should be at the previous corner to tell you to cross the street.
It's supposed to be at the corner, and then, like that corner of
Is the whole
Pearl.
thing blocked off?
Is this something you can convey?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
We are
Good point, though.
down to safety officer, but
Yep. All right, so to move along with the motion to adjourn, second by Robert Jacobson. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.